Hi, friends, and happy Moonday. My name is Allison, and I am the self proclaimed priestess of Wonderland. I'm here to help you um, get into the flow of your cycle and the moon cycle to be able to heal yourself, to go down the rabbit hole of your own healing journey. And today we are just talking about the energy of the week for March 28th through April 3rd. So we're heading into April, and it's kind of an exciting week because we are having a new moon on the first of the month, which is very rare. But also, I just think it's wonderful because it helps those that um, are not familiar with following the moon phases um, or following the moon cycle. It allows you to start on the first of the month like you're usually ready to do, or you already do. Like you already start things on a new month, like start a workout routine, start a plan or project, or we all pay our bills around the first of the month. So I just think it's really great and wonderful to hopefully get a little more people into following the moon and because my whole goal with producing this planner is to get more people to connect to the earth because I've the earth and the moon, our entire universe is all connected, and I feel like if we continue to disconnect as much as we do as humans on this planet, that we're not going to survive, and the planet is going to do things to heal itself, and that might be getting rid of us. So I think it's really important that humans um, pay attention to the seasons, to the earth, the home that we live on. And one way to really get in touch with that is through the moon cycle, because the moon reflects our emotions, how we're feeling on the inside. It is the light of the moon is the reflected light of the sun, which is the self. Um, so it's really, I mean, we follow the sun calendar. It we still have this other aspect of ourselves. So I just think it's really important to incorporate these things in our life. So I'm just going to go through the phases of the moon, the zodiac signs for this week. I like to start off with a mantra, and since our new moon this week is in Aries, we're focusing on fire, so we're using the Sacral Chakra mantra, which is Bomb. And um, I've got some Sacral Chakra cards for us to pick out after we do that. And so basically how you use a mantra is you recite it 108 times, which I forgot to grab my mala, but this is perfect because I can use this work in progress tiger's eye mala that has been a work in progress for quite some time. So a tiger's eye is a solar plexus um, stone. However, I still think that by boosting your self-esteem and your solar plexus energy, that it gives you the confidence to be more creative. And that's what the sacral chakra focuses on is the fire, the spark of inspiration that's like deep in your belly that gives you the desire and the passion to follow through with the things that we want to do. Um, so the sacral chakra is actually. Let me switch over here. So as you can see on the this little this little chart here, the sacral chakra is the orange one, and it's located right below the belly button, just so that you can see that there. And I just love this visual of the flowers on the right hand side too. But we will jump into the mantra really quick. So I will recite the mantra VAM 108 times. If you don't have a mala, that's fine. The mala just helps you count. So basically, I am counting for you. But if you do have a mala, run and grab it and join us. And I'll see you on the other side. Take a deep breath. Vom, 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 vom. I had to pause a little bit in the center there because this one, as it's a work in progress, it was like a little bit stuck. Yeah, I was playing with this idea of having like a little loop and then the guru bead, having a guru bead right there. But then I don't know, I changed my mind. Anyways, so how do you feel? Notice how you feel after you do a mantra. Make note of it. Put it into your mood tracker, and notice how you feel. This is also a great one to use before you start some sort of creative project or things like that. Just kind of helps you get into the zone. And it only takes a couple minutes, so it's a really great thing to try to practice and do every day. If you feel like if you're someone who feels like you don't have time to meditate for like 10, 15, 20, 30 an hour, um, just doing a mantra once a day is still going to help you connect to your breath, get you a little bit grounded and centered. So let's see the Sacral Chakra card for us today. Seductive Flame. You are coming alive in the best, most empowered way. The energy permeating your auric field is magnetic. Your senses are heightened, your creativity is surging and your vibrations are high. This joyous energy is rising within you like a victorious inferno, so hot it's impossible to extinguish. Let your fire burn bright. Others will be inspired by you as well. Life wants to come through you right now. You are advised to allow it. The crystal they recommend is carnelian, and the herb is coriander. And this could not be a more perfect card for an Aries new moon. Well, spring has sprung. The moon is shifting toward, not the moon, sorry, the sun is now in a better position so that we are getting more of it. The light is growing. However, for the beginning of this week, the moon's light is decreasing. So the new moon, at the new moon, the moon is technically dark. So this is, think of it as like a smoldering fire, like, the coals are really hot, but there's no flame yet. That's kind of the energy of an Aries new moon, because the second the light starts to increase, the second one little spark hits it, it's going to like ignite like fire. Aries is the god of war. This moon is all about taking action on your intentions and moving forward. We've had time to hibernate during the winter. We've had time to germinate our little seeds, nourish them, give them good soil and nutrients and water. And speaking of cheers, I hope you're having a nice cup of coffee or tea. I've got water today, because I tend to feel very dehydrated around this time of year, or like as we're shifting seasons. I also feel like this when we're shifting from summer to fall. I don't know what it is. It might just be allergies. I just feel like I can't get enough water around this time. And it could be all the fire energies. Like we've just moved from Pisces season, and now we're moving into Aries. So we have a new. We always have a new moon at the start of every zodiac when we shift into a new zodiac sign. So if you like, I always want to point this out around a new moon, because I feel like people feel pressure to start things on the new moon, like the day of the new moon. You like feel this pressure to start things, but you might not have energy, especially if your cycle syncs up with the moon. You might not have the energy. Personally, my cycle is like right before the new moon, so like the days leading up to the new moon, I am like so drained of energy. I'm even feeling this right now, and I'm filming it. Like, I don't even know what day it is. Never mind. But it's best that I focus on what we're talking about here and not what day it actually is. But my energy is really waning. I feel it decreasing. So I spend the days leading up to the new moon resting, meal planning. Like I just got like a big, huge frozen lasagna that'll give us like three meals, 3 nights. So I do like meal planning. I got all of my spring cleaning done, deep cleaning, and so I shouldn't have to like be doing crazy things like moving furniture or doing a million loads of laundry. I mean, it's never ending laundry here, but I just try to get all of those things out of the way during the last quarter moon. That way, around the new moon, it's usually before and after for me. A couple, like 3 days before the new moon and 3 days after, I'm just kind of like super low on energy. On the dark moon, which is the day right before the new moon, which will be Thursday, I try to do nothing. I mean, like as little as possible. And I know that's not possible for everybody, but I've noticed that I've noticed that I just like I'm so drained. And it's interesting as a massage therapist. It's interesting that I usually have a flood of clients. Like most of my clients are monthly clients, so I am usually really busy with massage appointments around the new moon. So I have to force myself to like save that energy for them. So when I have massage appointments, I mean, I'm so fortunate that I work for myself. Like, I know not everybody can do this, but I take naps after appointments, or I meditate before appointments. Um, that way I have the energy that I need so that I can physically do the massage appointments for them. Um, because otherwise I crash and I burn and then I'm out for weeks, like what happened earlier this year. So I just have to be careful around this time. I mean, um, and I've always felt like this, but then when I realized that there was a connection to the moon, I was like, oh, so I'm not crazy, or there's not like something seriously wrong with my body. I'm just, for whatever reason, really connected to the moon's energy. I have no idea why, but that's just how it is. Um, and when I fight it, that's when I crash and I burn. When I allow myself to just go get into that flow and ease into that cycle, without like forcing or pushing or like n- making myself like taking shots of espresso to try to like keep going, that causes adrenal fatigue and kidney problems. And it's like it's not good to be like punching your kidneys in the punching yourself in the kidneys all the time. Sorry, that's a little bit off tangent, but I'm just, my point is a lot of, because and now that the following the moon in astrology is so popular, it's like you see these things of set your intentions on the new moon, like start something new on the new moon, and it you might not have the energy to start something. Like, this is a planning period, this is a resting period, so that you have energy throughout the rest of the month. um, so today, Monday, we are starting off with Aquarius. Let's see, around 12:30 a.m. Tuesday, we're moving into Pisces. So we're just in Aquarius for Monday. Aquarius, we just passed Aquarius season back in February, um, end of January, beginning of February. Uh, Aquarius season is like thinking outside of the box. We're starting new things, trying to do things differently. And that's a really wonderful energy to have for Monday. You can just kind of plan out your week, and think of like new ways to do things. Like, how can you shift and organize so that you do have some sort of rest. And even if you're like working a 9 to 5, maybe it's just going to bed earlier, and reading a book at night and turning out the lights early. I don't like to have lights on at night. I like to do candlelight, or I use orange or amber light bulbs, because it helps you sync up with the solar cycle, because the solar energy is blue light and that's what's stimulating to you. So having that red firelight at night helps balance out your melatonin and serotonin in your brain, so that hopefully you get better sleep. Um, so maybe that's something that you can shift, even if you work like a 9 to 5 job where you feel like, well, I can't take time off. I can't rest on the dark moon. Maybe just doing something simple like that is turning the TV off earlier, getting to bed earlier. Maybe even just having a nice little self-care ritual at night. Maybe doing like a little facial, taking a bath, or a cleansing shower, and just really focusing on going within during that time. So that's something that you can plan on an Aquarius moon, so that by the time you get here, it's already set up. You already have like your facial mask ready. You ordered some orange light bulbs on Amazon and they're coming in, or setting all your devices to go into, what is it, night mode or dark mode, because that is taking away some of that blue light. Um, and then, so 12:30 a.m. Tuesday morning, we are shifting into Pisces. So we've just left Pisces season, which is watery and emotional and dreamy. And that helps you kind of just like flow through. Tuesday's that like in between day, like we're not at hump day yet, but we will. So Tuesday and Wednesday will be Pisces energy. So you can just kind of like float through to the new moon. You might feel like a little spark of energy once we shift into Aries on Thursday. You never know. Like everybody has a completely different cycle. Personally, I might because I usually respond really well to fire, the Aries energy. I actually usually have to like ground myself on Aries days because I'm like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to do this. And I'm trying to go too many different directions. So I have to like have a list and a plan and focus. Otherwise, I'm just like all over the place and not actually completing anything. However, I know my cycle and I know now that I am usually like that's why I'm pre-recording this so early is because I know that like I can already feel it. Like I am dragging already. So I'm just not going to have energy around the new moon. Soon I'm going to film the new moon pick a card readings because I know that if I don't do it now, I might not do it at all because I'm just so drained of energy. Um, but Aries energy is fire. It's creativity. It's starting things, um, plan things out, and set intentions around this new moon of the actual literal seeds that you want to plant in your garden. If you're somebody that does home growing or even container gardening, now is the time. Depending on what zone you live in, we're getting closer to the last frost date, so we're able to actually get things in the ground now. So be thinking and planning about that, how you're going to incorporate that. I personally have to find like the time because it's it feels like an all day job, So I'm like, how do I usually just have like little chunks of time here and there. So that's why I like the vertical layout for the planner to help me figure out like how can I take all these little chunks of time and put them into one day so that I can have like a Saturday off to do gardening because it's totally an all day task like raking and shoveling and tilling the soil and getting everything ready to go into the ground. Um, I talked about this in I think one of the previous videos about planting seeds and Aries Moon is uh, seasonally is the time that you want to get things planted and everything, but an Aries moon is actually not that great for starting seeds because Aries energy is fire and you're basically just kind of like drying out, energetically drying out the seeds. That's why Pisces is way better to be planting in. Taurus is even better than the Aries energy because Taurus is earth, so that's like nourishing your seeds in the same way that a water sign would be watering your seeds. When we move into Gemini, Gemini is also really kind of not air signs are not that great for planting seeds either, because again, it's going to dry out that energy. So after the new moon, okay, well, I wrote the times down and then I didn't even tell you. So Thursday morning at 5:31 a.m. Eastern time, we move into Aries, and then the new moon won't be until Friday morning at 2:24 a.m. So that's technically like the middle of the night Thursday is when we're in the new moon. So you might want to decide like which day you could celebrate and do your intention setting and your rituals Thursday night, but you could also do them Friday night. So when it's in the middle of the morning like that, it's kind of a strange time um, to figure out when you want to actually set your intentions. Because most of us don't want to stay up until 2:24 a.m. Because especially like for the West Coast, that'll be 5:24. You can get up. That might be a little bit easier for West Coast time to get up at around 5:30 to set your intentions. Let's see. And then so at 12, well, I wrote 12:51 p.m. and I'm not sure if that's Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to assume Sunday. However, I wrote it in between Saturday and Sunday. We move into Taurus. So this week we have all of the elements of the week. We start off with air, or move into water with Pisces, then we move into fire with Aries, and then at the very end of on Sunday we move into Earth. So that's kind of the flow. Air days, I like to think, plan, meditate, do all the heady things up here. On water days, I like to kind of flow and take it easy. On fire days, I like to move and get things going. And on earth days, I try to focus on like my physical body and also like my physical surroundings, especially with Taurus, because Taurus likes things to be beautiful. So that's when I like, that's when I, clean my office. This is funny. I think we got this at the beginning of the year, and I think it was for the Capricorn new moon, this same card. So this is the Sacred Hag Oracle by Daniel Dulsky and Janine Hausman. I won an extra copy of this, so I'm going to be having a giveaway very soon. I will probably have it ready for the new moon. I'm just still working out the details for it. This is a super awesome deck. It goes along with her book, Seasons of the Moon and Flame. It's such a really cool, deep deck. I talked about it before. I've done a review of it. I might link that below. It's a really great book or deck to work with on the new moon, because it gives you morning rituals and evening rituals. So it's just a nice thing if you're looking for something easy to do every day that makes you feel spiritual and self-care. Some of them are self-care rituals. It kind of depends on what which card it is, but it's just a nice. I like rituals. I like daily routines and scheduling. So it's just a really nice deck to use on the new moon, so that you have something new to start every day. And they're usually something easy that, like, even if you have low energy around the new moon, you'll still have energy to do it. Because sometimes it's just reciting something or journaling or something like that. So it's something really easy that you can do every day. So this is the card for the collective for this week, and for the Aries new moon, we have the Witch's Initiation. Coming home to the soul is a long journey, child. Changes afoot now are signaling the dawn of a new cycle, with each day a living reflection of you as the emergent priestess. Take stock of what you know about your soul's purpose, your authentic values, and your ancestral inheritance. Breathe life into the story of your own genesis and consider this a rebirth. This is a card of sovereignty and selfhood. You are the underworld goddess returned with pomegranate seeds spilling from your lips and conviction glowing in your eyes. Make no mistake, you are being asked to look to your life, to your story, and to your bloodlines. You may have become increasingly resistant to all that does not serve the wild witch you are becoming. You may be questioning much of what you thought you believed about community and belonging, about love and loss. You may need to sink into sacred solitude for a time, to become the rootless wanderer, if only for one rebellious afternoon. These are the death days of the old self, the birth days of your most fearless incarnation, and the story is being written breath by wondrous breath. Welcome to your initiation, my love. You have never been so awake. So the morning ritual says, a tale of initiation whispered from hag to babe. This card is calling you to live the story of your initiation. You may free write or free speech on the following prompts or create your own. Let the card be your muse. This is a morning ritual of old word witchery and heathen storytelling. Here, you write it real. All blessings be. So she gives you like little prompts here. I'll hold it up just in case you want to screenshot it for later. She woke wild one morning with holy fire running through her veins, and she knew ... and then you finish the sentence. Or she called her initiation the ritual of the ... This story began in fire, but will end in ... This is a perfect ritual for an Aries new moon cycle. Okay, the moonlit ritual is Song of the Wild-Eyed Witch Reborn. Read these words aloud before you retire for the evening, a moonlight prayer and a shadow blessed incantation, leaving the oracle card at your bedside to inspire your dream. I'll hold it up here and read it. You can screenshot it if you need to. She stirred awake so slowly, not daring disturb to the ghost who she once was, and she left that fragile, soft-boned specter sleeping while she crawled from her bed on quivering newborn limbs, covered in eggshell and afterbirth and drenched in the scent of infinite possibility, trusting that all was coming and singing a song of initiation and genesis. Wow. This feels like a really powerful moon cycle for everybody. Very cool. So happy new moon. I'll have the pick a card readings up hopefully Thursday. But we shall see. I feel like there's something else I need to tell you. Oh, so we're adding the element of fire to our altars this month, and so I'm going to have a new moon in Aries candle sale for these hand-rolled beeswax candles. I'm a little limited on colors. I don't have white or blue, but all the other colors I should have: red, orange, yellow, green. I don't have purple, but I do have a lavender. It's like a very light purple. Yeah, so Aries Fire New Moon Sale. I'll be putting up details about the giveaway for this Sacred Hag Oracle. And I hope you have a wonderful week and a happy new moon, and I will see you next Moonday.